Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the July meeting. Hope you've all had a great month. Hope you've managed to stay dry this week. I certainly haven't. Wading around in mud, freezing from the feet up to the top of my head. Not enough beanies to go around. So do we have any apologies? I have a few here. Robin and Jan Register, Rodney Fullerlove, Stuart Elder and Murray Bear. Do we have any more apologies? Frank and Barb out. The Annesley's, Graham's up here. He was, yep. So.
No, they're not an apology because they're on hold.
Yes. Any other apologies that we know of? You eating lunch or something, no? Leftovers. All right. Do we have any visitors or new members tonight? July, just hang on a second, mate. We'll pass your mic. Otherwise, the people at home can't hear you.
Hello, David Wilson, visitor, just to come along to see how this club goes and see what happens and how it all works. Thank you. I believe I have a 29 Chrysler, but I can't confirm, still trying.
You're not here to ask and get an answer, are you? That's good. All right. So minutes of the previous meeting. Can I ask whether there's any matters arising from the minutes? No? Would someone like to move that the minutes are true and correct? Andrew Huff. So somebody like to second them, please? Bruce. Thank you very much. Show of hands. Thank you. Might leave the President's report for a little bit. The Secretary's report. Do you want to actually report something, or should we just report that we don't have a secretary at the moment?
I'd love to report that I'm tired and I'd like a secretary because I didn't want this job. That's about it, really. How long have I been on committee, Mark? Been nearly 10. I've just moved out to Cockatoo. It's a 45-minute drive to work. It's just over an hour to here. And like most people, I'm extremely time poor, but as a single parent, I would love for somebody to take over as secretary. I put my hand up as extremely temporary to help the club out. This club has been my life and I don't wish to see it go south for any reason. So a bit of assistance from our members would be really appreciated. We can help you out on committee. Mark can help you out in the background as well. He's still helping us out as well as webmaster and whatnot. But yeah, so please consider what you can do for your club to give back. We've been around for a very long time. How long?
50 years.
Secretary should know this. 50 years. I've been in the club 40. I'm also, outside of the kids, one of the youngest in the room.
Can you find those couple of slides we slipped in the agenda for tonight? Which one? The ones with those couple of lists.
Please?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put them in there, sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we won't put them in.
Yeah, so somebody standing up would be absolutely excellent. I also have, yes. Did I guilt you into it, John? Thank you very much. A round of applause to John Plowman for standing in for secretary. Thank you. I can catch up on my other work. Excellent. As secretary, I actually don't have anything else. It's just general business.
No mail. All right, thank you very much. That's great. Thanks, John. That's terrific. I was going to try and shame everybody into putting their hand up. We happen to get all the magazines we get. I managed to find a couple of them quite by accident. I didn't go looking for them, but their list of committee members is a whole front page. I mean, they've got the full executive plus spares, and then they've got 8 committee members, and they've got yada 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 yada. It just goes on and on and on, and some of them have got less than half the members that we've got, which is somewhat disappointing at times. So, Treasurer's report.
Okay, so at the end of June, PayPal was 0. Term deposit was $44,761.31. In our trading account, we had $18,408.16. Total assets is $63,169.47. Together with our long-term assets, we have a total of $64,627.75. Oh, trust me. We have 64,627.75. And even if you could say it, you can't even read it.
There you go. How's that?
Can you? Okay, they balance. So it's all good. And because it's now the end of the financial year, lucky me, the books will be heading off in August before Mark goes away to our new accountant.
Have you heard from them yet?
No?
No.
No.
Okay, you better get on to Fred.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we have actually
It's all right. Don't worry.
we have actually appointed a new group, accounting group to our audit, for lack of a better word. They'll look over our books and also to help us with lodging tax returns as the tax office has decided that effectively they're going to give clubs like ours this year to get their house in order. And if we don't get it right this year, we're going to be in trouble going forward. So we found another accounting firm who the principal of that firm is actually involved in car clubs, so he knows exactly what we're looking for and what the tax office is looking for. So should be good. Events reports. Who's going to stand up for all this? Masson and Rangers, pissed and broke. Come on, Pete. Up you get. You're going to love that microphone.
Just so everybody's aware, Felicity and I won it for us.
You stole my thunder. I was just about
And
to come.
and
I'm
not
not
only
competitive,
not
Jerry.
only did they win the trophy for the club, but Rachel and Felicity got 85 out of 87 or something. 82 out of 85, and the next closest was in the mid-50s.
No.
Sorry?
70.
70, was it? Okay. Yeah. So, but it was a significant win. Well done, girls.
Well, yes, there you go. No, it was a fabulous day out. We first went, it was all written up in the magazine, but we went to the Living Legends, which is retired racehorses, and built out a lot of questions and things there as to do with the car rally aspect of it. And then we ventured a long way around to the Masson and Rangers rooms, had a great lunch. Rachel and Felicity took put the icing on the cake by winning a segment of it, and we finished up the winners. But it was a great day out, a really good day out, and be great to see a lot more people there. There was a lot of good cars there too. From the other club, there was about 28 people turn up from Chrysler Club, and about the same number from the others, which was really good. the other events that we have are so the next fluid drive is we're going to be the third one to be in Caroma State. And then after that, we've organised to go to Dandenong South, actually, which is Mel's Cafe, and Ermi has asked us if we want to, we can go and have a look at Ballygrunt, which is walking distance from the cafe on the Saturday morning. So that should be good. We've got yeah, apparently they need to clean up a little bit anyway. The other thing that's organised for the Father's Day run, which is, it was at the railway, but we've had to cancel that one because it's just not practical. We've been out there and had a look at it, and it's just too busy. So we're looking at Bundura Park. Just got to get a permit to go there. That's the 18th of August. And yeah, that's about it. And then there's Dromkeen, which is scheduled for the 22nd of September, which is the President's Run. So that's all I have to report. Thank you.
So yeah, so Dromkeen, I'm trying to organise that. Time poor and very keen to do something about it, but haven't got around to it. The boys have been out and had a look and had a chat with them, so they're kind of expecting us anyway. But I'd like to start it with a nice road run. So I've actually go and try and retrace my steps of 18 months ago, and then we'll confirm it all. But that should be a nice day out there. So pub lunch, Andrew, microphone.
Yeah, look, the next pub lunch is at the Watsonia RSL, but we've actually been informed by the Brumheads that parking is not real good there due to the so the parking's not great down there, but it's still good. They've improved their lunches so to compensate for the parking, so bonus for us, yeah. Yeah, so that's on the 7th. The next one hasn't been thought about yet, so we'll see that next month.
All right, month out is enough. 1 month is out. Garage crawl, we keep asking and keep asking. Has anybody thought that they might like to stick their hand up and have us over one evening during the week for a look at what they've got in the garage, what they're working on? No? Mark.
I've heard that there's somebody with a 1929 Chrysler that might be looking to identify what he's got, but I'm not sure.
I heard that. It's not just a vicious rumour then. So, I don't know. I think I might leave it to you to sort it out tonight. You probably don't know what the hell we're talking about, do you? Thank you. Kath, would you like to tell us about our big run this week?
Okay, so on Sunday, we're heading down to chilly Ballarat. Supposed to be 11 degrees on Sunday, so rug up, bring your umbrellas. So the castle opens up at 10 o'clock and she assures me that the cafe will be open and ready for the early starters. You make your own way there, so if you want to get there at 10 when the castle opens, you can, or you can arrive just before lunch at 12. The meal will be set out at certain times. At 2 o'clock, they have a jousting exhibition. Apparently that goes ahead regardless of the weather. They've even done it in the snow, apparently. So yeah, so if it's raining, it'll still go on. So just bring your winter woolies and your umbrellas, and if you want to dress up Christmassy, that's good, but just be warm. The what? I have no idea. Do you want to offer? So luckily we got our numbers. Thank you to everyone. So there's 59 adults and 11 children, but we do have 2 seats available because someone had to pull out due to medical reasons. Thank you. So if you know of anybody, there's 2 seats available. Cool. Thank you.
Don't you go away. What about
Oh, okay.
Foundation Day?
Okay. So Foundation Day is at Ironbark Station, which is at Kilsyth South. Thank God that's close to me. That's all right. This is a property that was built by a man over many years at his property. His own mid-1850s US Australian style colonial town on his 4-hectare property. They have a coach house, saloon, blacksmiths, and blah, 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 all that. They have a massive shed with 20 horse-drawn carriages where we'll be sitting in there having our spit roast lunch, bring your own drinks, picnic tables and chairs, and this will be a prepaid event and it will be in the next magazine. Oh, thank you.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, camera's good.
Would you like to tell us about the annual tour?
Okay. So next year our annual tour is at Ballarat. Now Ballarat on the March long weekend is really, really busy with the Begonia Festival that's really huge now. So George and Jackie Porter are our organisers and they're very good at organising annual tours. They've organised quite a few. So the accommodation's in your magazine. Now they have made it sort of easy. All the motels and accommodation in the magazine are when you enter from the Melbourne side and it doesn't go in to the main area of Ballarat because they're trying to keep us away from the busy end of Ballarat. So the accommodations in your magazine, I would advise to ring and book right now, as soon as possible. They've had a bit of trouble, but luckily a lady from the Ballarat Car Club has been helping them out heaps. So they've nearly finalised everything. I was talking to him the other day. But yeah, so please book your accommodation. It is all located on the Melbourne side of Ballarat.
And you really do need to book quick. I can
Yeah.
tell you that NRMA Caravan Park does not
Yep.
have any 2-bedroom cabins left, and I don't think it has any miners' cottages left. And yeah, you
Yeah,
really
so-
need to pull your finger out.
Unfortunately, these March long weekends are becoming a bit of an issue because there's just nothing available because everyone seems to have a whole heap of things going on. So yeah, so if you plan on coming to the annual tour, which are really good, they're a lot of fun, good social scenes, book your accommodation. And hopefully the information will be in October, November magazine.
Thank you. For a treasurer, you make an absolutely great events coordinator. Events and the magazine, they seem to go hand in hand. Pete has been providing me with an article for almost each run that they've done since he's been involved. I am really, really grateful. I am also aware that that's probably a little bit unfair. So I implore you to stick your hand up, and if you're on the run, offer to put an article together. Pete and his boys, and Pete, John, Andrew, Murray, they do a great job trying to find us places to go, things to do, places to eat. It really is upon us not to just take, but to give back. And writing an article once in 12 months on an outing that you've been out to should not be a huge impost. So on behalf of the events committee, I really do implore you to stick your hand up once in a while, see Pete and say, listen, mate, I'll do an article and send it through to Frank for this one, please. So that's, and as far as the magazine, it's the same story. Send in articles if you want to see stuff you want to read. I have a question, and I just want a quick show of hands, really without notice. We've done the magazine cover in colour. Again, there is a cost associated with it. They do front and rear. Do people in here like to see that, is the question. Do people want to see it going forward? And if we do, I would suggest that the back cover, we pull the events off it and the advertising off it, and we feature a member's car on the back cover each month. So can I just show of hands? Sorry, mate, go for it. I know everybody said they love the colour. Now I'm asking whether people are actually prepared to give us the go ahead, because it's going to cost us money. It's not something that happens for nothing.
You asked that question, Tom, everyone said yes.
Okay, well, I forgot I asked that question before. But thank you for. So the question is a show of hands for people who, if people are happy to spend a few extra cents to have it done. Beautiful. Thank you. Done. That'll do. Member services. Who's going to report on that?
I'll just sit here like.
You'll sit here like this. You're going to do it. No. No,
We made it.
you've done too much already. Yeah, so we've got number plates. Go for it. We've made a number plate.
We have. So we've made a number plate to commemorate 100 years of Chrysler, which is this year. They were ordered late last year, and then finally, between really poor communications and emails not working, and I'm not really sure what else, we said yes, go ahead half a dozen times, but we finally have them. So there's the number plate to commemorate 100 years of Chrysler. You want one? $20. So we've got 20. I mean, if everybody wants to pay 25, the club will take it, but they're only 20. So I've bought down a wad because I expected just to buy some. But yeah, when the pile runs out, you'll have to head upstairs. They all say 100 because it's Chrysler 100. Ooh, there we go. Which way do we go? The other left. The other left. So yeah. They'll be available for online ordering when Mark reads his email that I only sent him tonight because I forgot. Oh, if I read my email, excellent.
And I was just about to say, we need to thank Mark for the effort he put into organising it and the artwork he did and everything else that goes with it. They're like everything else. They don't just magically appear. Somebody actually has to do it. Thanks, Mark.
Oh, we've sold 2 already.
Library and tools. Mr. Richards. You there? I know how you feel, mate.
Yes, well, we've had a couple of donations, but I haven't put them on the records yet. They're up there. Some nice manuals going back to the 1950s. Chrysler's there. One lady, her father had a lovely car back then, so I went up and collected those from Nearham South or something a little while back. 2 or 3 other, we're getting regular emails now to the club saying we've got dad's stuff or mum's stuff in the wardrobe. Well, that's okay, but I'll just sort of like to know what it is before I say, well, come and get it. I don't want to end up with a bootload of stuff. I've just got to put in the skip. But, and also we've got some tools up there. There are a couple out at the moment. We're waiting to come back, but, yeah, so come up and see me and we'll see what we can organise. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. New member, Dave Fraser. Is he here tonight? No? So our only new, our new member for last month was Dave Fraser, and he joins us with a 1970 Valiant hardtop. VicRoad's website now reflects the issues that we've had around digital signatures. They will digitally accept the wet signature. It's a complete oxymoron, but that's the game they're playing, so there's not a hell of a lot we can do with it. So that means that we have to sign it in ink before we scan it. It can't be a scan that we scan to send it electronically. That's basically what it boils down to. And I don't know why, but I think they just needed to change something from COVID to say that it was a COVID only thing. It's all I can come down with. Garage gossip. Who's going to tell us some terrible news about what they've been doing in the workshop? Too cold. Say again? Well, it can't be too many. There's no bloody bruises. He looks all right.
Car's been conspiring to kill me. I've bought a heater for out the garage. I've gone through 5 8-kilo bottles. It's too cold. Today I went out, pointed my laser pointer, everything up the sky. It said -1.2. So I went back inside and went.
Was that with the heater on?
No, that was outside.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was bitter. It got bitter. Yeah. 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 I haven't had one of those for a long time, thankfully.
I've got
Anybody
one more
else?
for gossip for the garage. I've always wanted to powder coat all my bits and pieces on my vehicles because if you paint things, the paint all comes off after a little while and it doesn't keep that nice. So I've decided that I'm going to powder coat things. Too expensive to go down to the powder coaters and get all your front end parts done and what have you. So it's no worries of getting a powder coat gun and all the equipment to do it. Doesn't cost that much, doesn't cost much to get the powder, but you have to heat it up. And that is the big problem. So what I've done is I've built an oven this high, this wide, and now I can heat up my bacon up to that. So that's just one of the things I've been doing off and on in the garage. Electric. Yeah.
So what's the temp you got to get them up to?
200.
200. And you've got to have an electric charge to
Yes,
make the
that's
powder stick.
equipment when you do it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that means anybody who wants a grill done or a, yeah. Walk in the park for you now.
Definitely a little cost for the materials.
Yep.
Most of the stuff came from the scrap heap. But it's just hours of fun of putting it all together, welding it up. And
Any other?
I can't remember how much the gun was.
Andrew.
Is there anybody out
That's a
there
Russian
that's had experience in putting chrome strips on windscreens? Because I've just found out with mine, I've got to take the dashboard out to install it. Yeah. 55 Dodge. Maybe I've got to release the the strip that's bolted across the front of the windscreen under the wiper blades. Put the chrome strip on, then put that strip back on again. So. Right, that's number 5 times it's been out.
I'm sorry, mate. What frame strip are you talking about? It can't be the mold in the windscreen rubber.
It
Surely.
hooks into the windscreen rubber, and it's got a dog leg on the bottom which goes underneath another chrome strip.
Wow.
So it's got to go on before the other strip. So
Have you thought of
I just
getting a
thought someone
windscreen?
might have a trick.
Have you thought of getting a windscreen installer out and seeing what he can do for a couple of $100?
Well, apparently, a lot of cars you've got to take the dashboard out, put the windscreen in. Like,
Okay.
because
I
they
wouldn't
were-
have thought back. I wouldn't have thought back then they would have made it that complicated. I mean, I know these days it can be all, but yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, it's a bit of trivia. Yeah,
it is it?
fun. for
Yeah.
you, John.
Okay. There you go. Well, happily stand corrected. It just sounds like madness. Absolutely. Yeah. And his garage, as I remember, is really nice and warm. So we could do
Chrome
it
strip
right.
installation
Yeah.
for all.
So is that an offer, is it, Andrew? Pizzas at your place next month?
Everything else is,
No, don't worry about everything else. Is it pizzas at your place next month?
oh, maybe, I'll see.
Can I leave that to you too, Mark?
Andrew, there's been a suggestion from Rodney online for you, a company called H Plate Windscreens. So if you look up their details, they might be able to help you. But yeah, that was Rodney's suggestion from online. So thank you, Rodney.
Any cars and parts? Does anybody want to flog anything or want to buy anything? No, Stuart's not here, so we should be able to get a couple of bargains. No? You're not selling anything? You stuck your hand up too late. Go.
I wouldn't mind a 14-inch dress ring for a Chrysler sports wheel.
Okay.
It's probably like everybody else does.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I've got a 62 Dart. Have I mentioned that? Does it ring a bell?
Is that the one with lots of rust you're trying to get rid of?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yep. I think you have. Yep.
Yeah. So anyhow, it's still there. I've advertised it in Just Cars. I think this month will come out. So it's still available. I've just had new bars done for it, but I'm not selling them the car with the new bars. They're extra if anybody wants a set of brand new 62 Phoenix bars, front and back. Okay. I'll not mention the price. I'll have a shock.
You haven't mentioned the price, or you for the bars alone. So you, yep. So any change out of $6,000 for the pair? No. More than that. Holy. Sorry? No, that's. So you did get change out of $6,000. Oh, the car's worth $6,000. Okay. Okay. Yep. 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 Okay. All right. Any other cars and parts? Cars or parts, I should say. All right. We got a surprise, real surprise. We actually managed to get a guest speaker tonight, Alan. Come on, mate. You just come and tell us all about it. So Alan Withers has come in with his L plates on in his first daily driver. That's the little Galant out the front. Go for it, mate. First question. What the hell made you buy a 1970 something?
74 Galant. Mum and dad restored one a couple of years ago and fell in love with it, sort of. Loved it, thought it was cool little car, and yeah.
Well, from what I saw of that thing very briefly, I mean, you've got a hell of a base to start with. That interior looks smick as.
Yeah, it was car from where was the car? Where it was in Yarrambat,
Oh, yeah.
and before that it was in Ballarat for 10, 20 years apparently. So hadn't been driven for 20 years. So it's been sitting 20 years. And then now there's this 18-year-old kid that's thrashing a little Galant around.
And the beauty is that you can't thrash it enough to kill it. So
Yeah.
you're one step ahead.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Perfect. Okay. So what are your plans for it? You're going to redo the body and all that?
I drive it for a long time as a daily
Hmm.
and eventually redo the body. Yes, I'll probably paint it back white again. Yeah. After I had about 10 more dents.
You're going to have to repeat. You're going to have to repeat what your parents are saying in the back because half the room and all the people outdoors can't hear
I
us.
did a rush job of a repair on the top of the guard.
Yep.
Just to get it past roadworthy. So I'm learning how high carbon steel reacts with heat as opposed to normal steel like I'm doing with every other car. So, and I've fully rebuilt front suspension, everything's brand new, just to get it past roadworthy, and it only got registered Friday last week. So it's
Well done.
relatively
I'm
new.
impressed. So if you're buying cars so that you can learn how different materials react and how panel beating and that, your next one's got to be a Series 1 Land Rover. I want to see you weld one of those guards up, mate.
Yeah. So it's got a 1.3 litre in it at the moment. It had a 1.6 litre, but the previous dude pulled it out. Apparently it wasn't running correctly. So, and it's got a 4-speed manual behind it. Otherwise it's basic bare bones stock.
Yep.
Nothing special. So. Oh yeah, and the radio works.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
That is a past improvement on half of my cars. I throw the radios out the window usually.
So.
Thank you very much, Alan. Is there anything else you want to add? No? Thanks, mate. Sorry to put you on the spot. I'm not actually. All right. Withdraw the door prize. We've lost our little bowls.
Does everyone have a white ticket? Yep. You're missing a white ticket? That's yours. 50. Oh, like why did I do that?
I don't know.
That's what should have brought it. How funny would it be if this was 50? It's not funny.
44. Well done. Thank you.
Sorry, Mum. Alright, everyone got raffle tickets? Does anyone up the back want some red ones? Can I take it? Okay. Let's roll.
Got a few. All right, 36. 36, B 36. Why B? What does it matter? As long-
Because we have sold some reds.
Oh, you have, okay. B 36, who's got a B 36? Ah, well done, well deserved. Take 2 prizes for that, mate. Yeah, yeah.
The blanket. The blanket, you'll be warmer for the drive home.
B 40, B 40.
All the bees are sold. So.
Yep. What's this one? An A. A 52. You've got that. Okay. So he's first, you're second. Knock yourselves out.
Just let me know when it's not rolling.
B 51. B 51. Mark. Next one's B 6. B 6. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Wouldn't go anymore, I think. That's just about it. All right.
It's not a fine one for the soul.
Oh,
Yeah, number 6.
Thanks.
B 44. B 44.
Is there any more?
Any more prizes?
2 more.
2 more.
There we go. That one.
So, an A. We got an A, a red one, 47. Ah, it wouldn't be right without you winning a prize, would it? That's just one more.
There
That's it.
Yep.
B 33.
we go.
Well done. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you all for coming.